Hello everyone, Pavlo with you, and today we'll be talking about one of my most favorite companies, NF Audio. They are not super well known, but those who follow this topic of portable and personal audio, of course, familiar with this company. They released few really great models. I reviewed some of their models in the past. Especially, I was surprised by NM2 Plus. They don't release like 10 models per year. They have a pretty stable lineup, but they offer a few interesting models. And today we'll be talking about their flagship. It's NE4 Evolution. Cost of this model is $750, and by modern standards, it's just humble for balanced armature drivers. But even here, NF Audio managed to positively surprise me, and not only me, because they showed that even with four balanced armature drivers, it's possible to achieve great sound and offered something unusual. And in this case, something unusual is this tweaking schema they came out with. You replace faceplates, and that faceplates contain inside crossover. And changing faceplates, you changing crossover and changing tuning. So with these earphones, you're getting three different types of signature. Also great package, interesting design, so let's have a closer look. NF Audio were always great in creating presentation and packaging, and of course for their flagship models they pushed that to maximum. As you can see, box is pretty big, great looking, and also here they listed all features, all information, nice polygraphy, and also a super pleasant touch. It has some kind of soft touch finish, and with different textures for different places, it's really pleasant. So inside we're getting traditional black cardboard box with polygraphy, foiling and stuff, and they even printed where you should open it. On top we have some papers, probably something like warranty card, and then we're getting this part out, and it's like the main holder. You can see that everything is really interesting. This information about this replaceable faceplates with their frequency charts, it's glued to the box, and inside we're getting them. Also this disc-like design typical for the NF Audio. You can get faceplates, and here are earpieces themselves. So let me take them out. Also two sets of tips, 3 pairs each, stock cable, then some extra accessories, and also nice storage pouch. Really pleasant in a tactile way. And here you'll get 6.3mm adapter and additional 2 pair of smallest ear tips. And you'll get the world's smallest Allen key to replace faceplates and a few extra screws in case you lose some. And here are earpieces themselves. They are made of metal, looks pretty nice, great combination of silver, aluminum, and the color faceplates. All combinations definitely makes a difference. I will show you in the next part how they can be replaced to change the sound. Unfortunately, it's not only about fortunately, it's not only about the design, these faceplates, they're also changing the sound. So it won't be possible to make like one side red and the other side is black or something like that. So it's all about the sound. I really like how they are made, really great level of execution. They fitting nicely into my ears, but of course it's just a subjective thing. It depends. If your ears are small, probably you can have some issues, but in mine they fit really well because everything is smooth. They have proper angle of spouts, so sound isolation is slightly above average for me. They have lip for holding the tips and protective grill. Cable is made replaceable, and here used this connector with recessed pins, or sometimes it's referenced as QDC connector, and here is the stock cable. Super soft, super comfortable. So let me untangle it. If you'd like, you can use here two regular 2-pin connector, but it won't fit flush like this stock one, so it will look a bit not this good. But anyway, this one fits really well, holds also really well. There is ear hook formed and cable is nice, soft, well braided. Here is chin slider and splitter, and after the splitter it goes just twist. Goes to the regular 3.5mm connector. These earphones were created when replaceable jacks were not that popular, so just 3.5mm option here. But in general, I'd say that presentation and exterior things are really greatly done. Now let's look how we replace these faceplates. Actually, this won't be really exciting part because you just get this screwdriver and you unscrew this small screw. Just rotate, 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 and then you remove this faceplate. You can see that they have some contact pads here and contacts here, and probably there is some commutation inside of these faceplates that we don't see. And then we can screw it back. So let's fit everything. So it's better to do this in well-lit place and without any hurry. But actually process is pretty simple and straightforward. Probably you won't be surprised if you are following my videos, but as usual I preferred this balanced tuning option. As usual, it's in between of Bassey one that is called Pop here, and the treble focused one with really above average treble extension. They called it transparent, if I remember right. They have additional treble extension compared to this balanced one, but at the same time it's great with audiophilic recordings, but not that great with like average music where treble recording is not that perfect. So balanced option goes in between, and also balanced tips gives the best seal and best performance for me. But of course, if you decide to buy them, you really need to try them all. It's not that complicated, and to find which option will suit your tastes more. You're getting 3 pretty distinctive sound signatures, and all that 3 signatures sound really great. So probably some crossover in these faceplates doing its magic. And in the balanced settings, it's a really well-tuned balanced armature earphones with clean, crisp, technical, and at the same time not dry and not monitoring sound, giving great stage, good technicalities, and overall really pleasant and enjoyable sound signature. Bass goes almost to maximum depth. In balanced option it's not that boosted, but at the same time it's really clean and really audible. You can hear deeper bass rumble, you can hear mid bass with nice texturing and good weight distribution. At the same time, if you want bass head signature, you have to use like that red faceplates, red filters. Actually, it won't be bass head, but it will be more bass accented, like traditional Bassey type of tuning. It's enjoyable, but actually for me it's not enjoyable for quite some long time. I'm getting a bit tired of really boosted bass. Here you're getting great textures, nice amount of realism, really saturated with small nuances and details. Good impact and surprisingly good level of rumble and impact for the balanced armatures. And let's go for the examples. First one is like perfectly suiting these earphones. It's Musica Nuda, practical arrangement, and double bass sounds really realistic with great amount of body and presence. And second example, it's probably better with red faceplates, but actually I really enjoyed it even in the balanced mode because deep rumble is present. It's not over dominating, but still it's audible and giving solid foundation for the rest of the track. Mids are clean, crisp, resolving, and they are really dependent on the source and material. With proper material and source, you'll get great amount of nuances, great amount of details, a lot of micro contrast, but at the same time not oversaturated and not sounding too sharp or analytical or too analytical. And with poorly recorded things, well, you'll hear all the issues with records. Imagery stage is noticeably above average, it's pretty wide, depth is slightly worse than width, but still layering is done really nicely and you getting a lot of air, lot of space. It's great both with some intimate vocal tracks, for example, moving vocalist a bit forward to give you more intimacy, and with some orchestral things, for example, where you'll need that sense of big hall, big orchestra. Everything is perfectly located on that imaginary stage. Weight distribution is done really properly and almost zero coloration. Also, I really like how they perform with dynamics and emotions. So they extract every single nuance of emotion from the track and showcase to you, but at the same time not highlight it or exaggerate. And examples. Of course, we'll need examples. First one is Heaven on Their Minds. It's exactly that case where you need that sense of crowd, you need a lot of instruments perfectly separated, but and at the same time not sounding too dry and with all emotions. And these earphones delivered really well. And the second track, it's Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, absolute classics, and guitar, vocal, emotions, all is also blended really well with good sense of stage. Everything is really nicely positioned, so sounds really good. And the treble, actually, if you're sensitive to the treble, probably it will be a bit too much. For you, maybe not overdone, but somewhere on that brink. But for me, it's like a good amount of treble. It's typical balanced armature, slightly lightweight, pretty airy, with good extension, with red and black faceplates. You getting above average extension, and with that treble one you getting like almost maximum extension. It goes really far and you getting a lot of nuances and details. But with balanced one, I like how it compensated by low frequencies. Actually, with Bassey one, you also getting a bit more lower treble to compensate bass, but not too much. But I really like that NF Audio paid attention to such small things, because they have slight drop in this 3-4 kilohertz area to make sound less irritating and less sharp and sibilant. But at the same time, they understand if they boost bass, they need to give a bit more treble to compensate that. So really well done here. So layering is nice, not great, but on the really nice level, but overtone saturation is superb. And thanks to that airiness, you'll get a lot of energy in the treble area, and you'll get that great decays and that audio trails, let's name them so. And examples. So first one, it's Diamonds Are Forever. I really like James Bond soundtracks, and especially ones performed by Shirley Bassey. And this one is superb example of the old school classical vocal really powerful, really forward with a lot of overtones, and these earphones deliver it really great. And another example, it's Space Oddity by David Bowie. Acoustic guitar, vocal, also a lot of overtones, and these earphones deliver it in a really good way, in a really enjoyable manner. In terms of pairing, actually they require a good source. They are pretty honest, balanced armatures, so they require some source that will control them and will play nicely with them. So I'd recommend either high-end dongles or some good digital tonal converter, or actually middle plus segment player. Probably top of the line players will be a bit too much for them, but upper mid segment and lower top segment are best choice for them. Speaking about the comparisons, not much models I've heard recently, but of course FIO FA19 that I reviewed not so long ago could be their close competitor because of relatively similar price. And actually FIO is slightly more focused on the micro contrast on the mids. Here you're getting also similar amount of details, but a bit less focus on this micro contrast, giving a slightly less highlighted emotions, sounding a bit more polite. In the bass area, you're getting here slightly more bass, and especially with Bassey option. And in the treble area, FIO is more refined a little bit. But here you're getting 3 tuning options. And I don't remember other models in this price range that will be purely balanced armatures. So if you're interested in some additional comparisons, just feel free to ask. I will try to compare if I heard that. But at the same time, really interesting model, not like oftenly met nowadays, but really enjoyable sound and really well done. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course, have a great day.